In the quiet enclave of Westlake Hills, Texas, tensions are brewing as Elon Musk, the world's richest man, becomes embroiled in a neighborhood dispute that illustrates the challenges of wealth and power clashing with local governance. The situation began innocuously enough with Musk's recent purchase of a sprawling 6,900 square foot mansion, but it quickly escalated when neighbors discovered the construction of a towering 16-foot chain-link fence surrounding his property, along with a series of security measures that disrupted the once peaceful community. Residents were initially unaware of who had moved in next door, but the arrival of construction workers and a wave of Teslas parked on the street soon made it clear that the new homeowner was none other than Musk. Complaints began to flow into the city of Westlake Hills regarding the incessant traffic, the security personnel shifts, and the noise associated with the house. Paul Hemmer, a neighbor and the primary complainant, expressed his frustration in a letter to the Zoning and Planning Commission, stating, "Transporting service employees to other houses, leaving their cars on our quiet streets, has to stop." As Musk, who has made headlines for his bold moves in Washington, finds himself mired in local bureaucracy, he faces a mounting challenge that even his immense wealth cannot circumvent. The Zoning and Planning Commission recently voted against granting variances that would retroactively legalize the unpermitted construction projects, citing a need to uphold community standards. Jim Pledger, a commissioner, emphasized that bending the rules for Musk would set a dangerous precedent, stating, "We'd incentivize people to break the rules." With a city council meeting set for May 14 to discuss the issue further, Musk's options are narrowing. He may ultimately be forced to modify or remove the offending structures. Musk's history in Texas is relatively new, having relocated much of his business operations to the state in recent years. His purchase of several homes in the area meant to create a compound for his children has also raised eyebrows among neighbors who feel increasingly uneasy about the security measures in place. Gun holsters and a visible increase in security personnel have led some residents to label Musk's home as a Fort Knox, reflecting the growing divide between the billionaire and those who share his neighborhood. The frustration among residents is palpable, particularly as Musk's team has reportedly attempted to downplay the issues by suggesting that the security enhancements are necessary due to his status as a high-profile public figure. However, this justification has done little to quell the discontent of his neighbors. These were sophisticated buyers, and if security was the prime directive, this was not the house for it, remarked Yekel, a longtime resident. Hemmer's discontent has reached a point where he has taken to flying drones over Musk's property to document potential violations, and he has even installed a camera to monitor the activities around the mansion. Tensions came to a head when Musk's security team reportedly raised concerns about Hemmer's behavior, leading to a bizarre confrontation that drew attention for its absurdity. The neighbors now find themselves in a peculiar situation, their lives disrupted by the very person who in many ways embodies the American dream of success. As the city council prepares to hear the case, it remains to be seen how this clash of interests will unfold. Musk, who has not publicly commented on the matter, may find that his considerable resources and influence do not shield him from the rules and regulations that govern local communities. The upcoming meetings will test the resolve of both Musk and the residents of Westlake Hills as they navigate the complex interplay of wealth, power, and community standards. The outcome of this dispute could set a precedent for similar conflicts nationwide, particularly as high-profile figures continue to seek refuge in affluent neighborhoods. As the saga unfolds, it serves as a reminder that even billionaires must contend with the realities of local governance and the expectations of their neighbors. The future of Musk's residents and the harmony of Westlake Hills hangs in the balance, leaving residents and observers alike curious about the next chapter in this unfolding drama. As Elon Musk prepares to step back from his role leading the controversial Department of Government Efficiency, Doge experts are expressing deep concerns over the implications of his tenure. Critics argue that the aggressive cost-cutting measures implemented under Musk's leadership have not only failed to deliver the promised savings but have also significantly undermined the quality of essential government services. Musk's appointment to head Doge, a position he took in January 2025, was framed as an effort to streamline federal operations and cut wasteful spending. However, the results have drawn skepticism. Despite Musk's claims of achieving $150 billion in savings, many budget experts question the validity of this figure, suggesting it may be an exaggeration. Donald Moynihan, a professor of public policy at the University of Michigan, remarked, "Doge is not offering any solid claims that it has improved services in any way, rather it has made the quality of some government services worse." This sentiment resonates with a growing chorus of public policy analysts who argue that the approach taken by Musk and Doge was overly focused on slashing jobs rather than enhancing efficiency. Martha Gimbel, executive director of the Yale Budget Lab, characterized the department's actions as a slash-and-burn strategy. "There doesn't seem to be an approach to dig in on places where government services could really be improved," she stated. Gimbel pointed out that effective improvements in government services require time investment and a commitment to building out capabilities, rather than simply cutting costs at the expense of service quality. Numerous examples of deteriorating services have emerged during Musk's tenure. Citizens have reported longer wait times for appointments at veterans' hospitals and increased delays when contacting the Internal Revenue Service. The exodus of experienced employees from agencies like Social Security has resulted in less qualified staff providing critical benefits information, further compounding the challenges faced by the public. In a recent White House press conference, Musk defended Doge's record, stating, "In the grand scheme of things, I think we've been effective. Not as effective as I'd like. I think we could be more effective. Yet." He also acknowledged that reaching his ambitious goal of cutting $1 trillion from the federal budget would be more challenging than anticipated. Critics have pointed out that Musk's approach reflects a fundamental misunderstanding of government operations. Moynihan noted that Musk appears to view public employees as lacking value, stating his vision is that there is no way that government employees can produce anything of value. Such a perspective can have dire consequences for the efficiency and effectiveness of public services. Max Stier, president of the Partnership for Public Service, expressed concern over the lack of a coherent strategy behind Doge's cuts. "It's burning down government capability," he said, emphasizing that the arbitrary nature of the layoffs has led to a loss of essential skills within agencies. Stier also highlighted that the purported savings from job cuts do not take into account the hidden costs associated with diminished operational capacity, including increased wait times and lawsuits stemming from the mass firings. As Musk exits the White House, he faces the dual challenge of managing his business interests while grappling with the fallout from his controversial government role. President Donald Trump has indicated a desire to retain Musk's expertise for as long as possible, yet the billionaire's time is limited by federal regulations governing his status as a special government employee. Observers note that Musk's brand has already taken a significant hit, with public perception of him declining sharply during his time in government. A recent NBC News poll indicated that just 39% of Americans view Musk positively, a stark contrast to the nearly 51% who hold negative views. Looking forward, the repercussions of Musk's tenure at Doge may linger long after he departs. Experts warn that the cuts to critical government services could lead to increased risks in areas such as food safety and public health, potentially resulting in long-term consequences for American citizens. With many public policy experts calling for a more thoughtful and strategic approach to government efficiency, the future of Doge and its legacy remain uncertain. As Musk transitions back to focusing on his corporate enterprises, the challenge will be finding a balance between driving efficiency and ensuring the well-being of the public services that millions rely on. In a striking turn of events, Tesla's sales in Spain plummeted by 36% in April, a decline that coincides with a broader surge in electric vehicle EV sales across Europe. This disconcerting trend highlights the challenges the electric vehicle pioneer is facing in a rapidly evolving market where consumer preferences and competition are shifting dramatically. Despite being a front-runner in the EV space, Tesla's recent performance reflects a troubling pattern. The company recorded a staggering 45% drop in sales during the first quarter of 2025, selling just 36,167 units in the European Union, according to the European Automobile Manufacturers Association (ACA). As a result, Tesla's market share in the region fell from 2.4% to 1.3%. The downturn has been particularly pronounced in key markets. For instance, sales in Sweden plunged by an astonishing 81%, while the Netherlands saw a decrease of 73.8%. Other countries like Denmark and France also reported significant declines of 67% and 59% respectively. Analysts attribute these declines to a variety of factors. Tesla's aging vehicle lineup, which has struggled to maintain consumer interest, is a primary concern. The company's attempts to invigorate its offerings, including the recent launch of a refreshed Model Y, have failed to capture attention in the face of increasing competition from both established automakers and new entrants. Moreover, Tesla's brand image has been affected by CEO Elon Musk's controversial public persona, leading some consumers to seek alternatives. The situation in Europe starkly contrasts with the overall growth in the EV market, which grew by 23.9% in the first quarter of 2025. Competitors like BYD, Volkswagen, and BMW have capitalized on this momentum, with BYD reporting a remarkable 133% increase in sales within the EU. This shift reflects a growing preference for vehicles from European manufacturers, which may be influenced by geopolitical factors as consumers become more conscious of sourcing and manufacturing origins. Tesla's woes extend beyond Europe. The company also faced an 8.6% decline in U.S. sales during the same period, even as the overall EV market in the U.S. grew by 11.4%. This widespread downturn raises concerns about Tesla's strategic direction and its ability to adapt in an increasingly competitive landscape. Despite these challenges, there remains a flicker of optimism among investors. Following a recent earnings report, Tesla's stock rallied nearly 30%, signaling a potential shift in market sentiment. Analysts like Dan Ives from Wedbush have reiterated their bullish outlook, emphasizing that Musk's renewed focus on Tesla, particularly in areas like full self-driving and robotics, could reignite growth. Ives maintains a price target of $350. Suggesting significant upside potential in the coming months. Tesla's recent sales figures underscore the urgency of addressing its strategic vulnerabilities. As competition intensifies and consumer preferences evolve, the company must innovate and adapt to maintain its position as a leader in the electric vehicle market. The anticipated launch of a more affordable model could be a critical factor in revitalizing consumer interest. As Tesla navigates these turbulent waters, the question remains: can it reclaim its dominance in an increasingly crowded field, or will it find itself further sidelined as competitors rise to the occasion? The coming months will be pivotal in determining the trajectory of Tesla's future in the electric vehicle landscape. In a remarkable intersection of technological ambition and local governance, SpaceX is poised to transform a small Texas coastal area into a municipality known as Starbase, with a preliminary vote showing over 97% approval for this incorporation. The proposed town will encapsulate the very heart of SpaceX's operations, where the company aims to significantly ramp up its launch cadence, potentially to as many as 25 launches per year. This development not only extends Elon Musk's vision of a multi-planetary future, but also raises critical questions about the implications for the surrounding community and the environment. The proposed Starbase encompasses less than 2 square miles and is adjacent to Boca Chica Beach, a site that has been a beloved local destination for decades. For residents like Renee Medrano, the changes brought on by SpaceX's presence have stirred a mix of nostalgia and concern. It was called a poor man's beach because you didn't have to pay anything to go to the beach other than just get in your car, Medrano recounted, lamenting the transformation of a once accessible space into a launch site that now dictates local life. As the area evolves into a corporate community, the historical ties to the beach and the natural environment seem increasingly fragile. SpaceX's ambitions are not without controversy. The local environmental group led by Becca Hinojosa has voiced strong objections to the disruptions caused by rocket launches, which they argue shake homes and endanger ecosystems. Hinojosa mentioned the rocket launches are dangerous. They cause our homes to shake. SpaceX has been caught illegally dumping polluted water onto Boca Chica Beach. Such ecological concerns are compounded by rising rents and a more transient population as SpaceX's presence draws in workers and visitors alike. The integration of Starbase into a municipality raises pressing questions about governance and public access. While Texas legislation aims to ensure that access to Boca Chica Beach remains intact, the reality remains uncertain. Local representatives like State Representative Janie Lopez assert that the new municipality will have the authority to manage closures based on FAA requirements, offering a glimpse into the delicate balance of corporate interests and public rights. Medrano and other locals are wary, emphasizing the importance of preserving public access to the beach. Give us the beach. Go to Mars, do your thing, get your rockets and go. But let us do our thing too. In the backdrop of this local transformation is SpaceX's history of challenges and triumphs. The company has faced significant setbacks, including the loss of its Amos 6 satellite mission in 2016 due to a catastrophic explosion during a static fire test. This incident not only underscored the risks inherent in rocket launches but also sparked a flurry of theories, including the controversial sniper theory that suggested foul play from rival companies. However, thorough investigations, including efforts by the FBI, ultimately dispelled these notions, attributing the incident to technical failures in fuel management. Despite the difficulties, SpaceX has emerged as a dominant force in the aerospace industry, eclipsing its competitors and achieving remarkable launch success in recent years. From launching a record 137 rockets last year to reshaping the competitive landscape of space exploration, SpaceX's trajectory is a testament to its resilience and innovation. As the company continues to push the boundaries of space travel, the implications of its growing presence in Texas will undoubtedly reverberate throughout the community and beyond. Looking ahead, the approved incorporation of Starbase marks a significant milestone in SpaceX's journey and poses a vital question: how will this burgeoning municipality navigate the complexities of corporate governance while honoring the historical and ecological significance of its surroundings? The evolution of Starbase will serve as a microcosm of the broader challenges and opportunities posed by the intersection of private enterprise and public interest in the modern era of space exploration. As SpaceX aims for Mars, the local community's voice will be crucial in shaping the future of their once quiet corner of the Texas coast. In a move that has intrigued social media users and tech enthusiasts alike, Elon Musk has once again altered his display name on X, formerly known as Twitter, to Gorklin Rust. The name change, which has sparked considerable speculation, appears to be a blend of references to Musk's AI chatbot Grok and the Rust programming language, which is reportedly integrated into the infrastructure of his AI company xAI. This latest tweak follows a significant announcement from Musk about an overhaul of X's recommendation algorithm, promising users a significant improvement in their experience on the platform. The name Gorklin Rust is not merely whimsical, it also coincides with the rise of a meme coin bearing the same name that is currently circulating on the Solana blockchain. This meme coin has been gaining traction on decentralized platforms like PumpSwap and Radium, further linking Musk's name change to the burgeoning cryptocurrency landscape. Musk's penchant for blending pop culture with tech innovation is evident, as this is not the first time he has adopted a playful moniker on X. Earlier in the year, he briefly changed his name to Kikius Maximus, which drew inspiration from internet memes and became associated with a cryptocurrency that saw remarkable surges in value. The timing of Musk's name change is significant. It comes just after he announced a major enhancement to the platform's recommendation algorithm, which is expected to utilize Grok to improve user interactions. The AI chatbot Grok, developed by xAI, has been positioned as a competitor to other conversational AI models and serves as a vehicle for Musk's ongoing exploration of artificial intelligence. Musk's social media activities have historically influenced cryptocurrency markets, and this latest development is no exception. Following the name change, there has been increased speculation regarding how it might affect trading in both meme coins and AI-related cryptocurrencies. As traders monitor Musk's every move, they are also preparing for potential volatility in the market. Particularly given Musk's track record of generating significant price fluctuations through his tweets. The broader implications of Musk's activities extend beyond mere name changes. They highlight the intersection of social media, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence. For instance, tweets from Musk have previously caused notable price movements in major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Dogecoin. Market analysts and traders are now closely watching for any further statements from Musk, particularly those related to Grok or the newly minted Gorklan Rust, as these could serve as catalysts for significant shifts in market sentiment. In essence, Musk's playful yet strategic rebranding on X underscores his dual role as both a tech innovator and a cultural influencer. As the cryptocurrency market continues to evolve, the interplay between Musk's social media presence and the dynamics of digital assets will likely remain a focal point for investors and enthusiasts alike. Looking ahead, the anticipation surrounding Musk's next move, whether it be another name change or a new project announcement, will undoubtedly keep the tech community on its toes as it navigates the rapidly changing landscape of AI and cryptocurrency. In a significant advancement in the realm of brain-computer interfaces, Neuralink, the neurotechnology company founded by Elon Musk, has recently received breakthrough device designation from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration (FDA) for its innovative speech restoration device. Announced on May 1, this milestone could pave the way for transformative communication solutions for individuals suffering from severe speech impairments due to neurological conditions. The FDA's Breakthrough Devices program is designed to expedite the development and review process for medical devices that offer significant improvements over existing treatments for life-threatening or debilitating conditions. By granting this designation, the FDA aims to facilitate faster access to groundbreaking technologies that could dramatically enhance patient outcomes. Neuralink's device targets individuals affected by ailments such as stroke, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis (ALS), and cerebral palsy, all of which severely hinder the ability to communicate. Neuralink's foray into this groundbreaking technology is not without controversy. The company has faced scrutiny over its operations, particularly concerning the dismissal of FDA reviewers involved in its initial assessments. Reports indicate that these employees were let go under dubious circumstances, raising questions about the integrity of the review process. Nevertheless, Neuralink remains steadfast in its mission to develop advanced solutions for a variety of neurological conditions, including paralysis and memory loss, in addition to speech impairments. The competition in the brain-computer interface landscape is heating up, with Cognition, a rival company, also making strides in speech restoration technology. Cognition has adopted a non-invasive approach, contrasting sharply with Neuralink's invasive neural implant strategy. Its flagship product, Cognition One, integrates augmented reality and aims to provide real-time communication for individuals with comprehensive communication needs. This device allows users to control their interactions through head movements, brain signals, or switches, making it accessible to a broad spectrum of users, including those with limited motor abilities. Cognition CEO Andreas Forsland responded to Neuralink's FDA designation with a mix of congratulations and competitive spirit on social media, emphasizing the urgency and potential impact of both companies in aiding those with communication disabilities. Forsland's remarks reflect an industry-wide recognition of the critical need for solutions to support individuals deprived of their voices due to debilitating conditions. Neuralink's speech restoration device, characterized by its N1 implant, a small, coin-sized device implanted in the brain, aims to detect neural activity and translate these signals into communication. This could significantly improve the quality of life for many, allowing them to bypass damaged pathways in the brain and communicate effectively once again. The device's design and implementation utilize a robotic surgical system to minimize invasiveness, addressing one of the key challenges associated with brain implants. While the technological promise of Neuralink and its competitors is undeniable, ethical considerations loom large over the deployment of brain-computer interfaces. Concerns about data privacy, long-term health effects, and the potential misuse of such technologies raise important questions that must be addressed as these innovations move closer to clinical reality. The intersection of cutting-edge technology and healthcare demands rigorous ethical oversight to ensure that advancements benefit patients without compromising their autonomy or safety. As Neuralink continues its clinical trials, the outcomes of these innovations will be closely monitored by both the medical community and the public. The company's commitment to integrating human cognition with digital systems is poised to redefine the landscape of healthcare, particularly in treating severe speech impairments. In conclusion, Neuralink's recent FDA milestone not only reflects its ambition to revolutionize communication for those with severe speech limitations but also highlights the competitive environment within the brain-computer interface sector. As both Neuralink and Cognition push towards bringing their respective technologies to market, the future holds immense potential for enhancing the lives of millions who struggle to communicate. The ongoing developments in this field will undoubtedly shape the next chapter in the intersection of technology and human health.